Of all the Western leaders, of all the leaders of the Western world, of Christendom, whatever you want to call it, I think Keir Starmer might be the biggest bitch. I think he might be the biggest moron, the most weak, effeminate, bitch made. Just, I have no fucking respect for Keir Starmer. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. He is just a cunt. Like, just to use parlance from the country he comes from, Keir Starmer is a cunt. Total cunt. Shout out to Human Events. Keir Starmer to ban ninja swords in the UK because that's the fucking problem. Ninja swords. It's not a demographic issue. It's a ninja sword issue. It's not that there's, too many foreigners that like to stab people. It's that there's too many fucking ninja swords on the street. If they just didn't have access to ninja swords, then none of this stuff would be happening, right, Keir? You fucking moron. The United Kingdom has announced it will be banning ninja swords. What the fuck even is a ninja sword? By the time this summer rolls around, this comes as the government is attempting to prevent stabbing attacks. The UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced in an X post on Thursday, quote, confirmed, ninja swords will be banned by this summer. When we promise action, we take it. Yeah. Everybody just, you are just a man's man, Keir Starmer. Just a man's man. This is him retweeting himself, by the way. Knife crime is at epidemic levels and is ruining lives across Britain. As Prime Minister, I'll crack down on sales of these lethal weapons once and for all. When I announce a ban, you'll get a ban. You're not even allowed to own fucking knives in the UK anymore. You can't even own knives. Like I said, it's apparently it's according to Keir Starmer, it's a fucking it's a knife problem. It's not a demographic problem. Because who's doing all the stabbing, Keir? You don't want to answer that question, do you? The post was made in response to a previous post he made last year amid what he said was an epidemic of knife crime in Britain. Knife crime is at epidemic levels and is ruining lives across Britain. As Prime Minister, I'll crack down on sales of these lethal weapons once for all. When I announce a ban, you'll get it, he wrote in January 2024. According to the UK government website, the ban will make it illegal to possess, manufacture, import, or sell ninja swords. The swords are defined as a blade between 14 and 24 inches with one straight cutting edge with a Tonto-style point by the law. Think about that. Wow. Yeah. Who is wielding swords and fighting with swords in the streets, Keir? Who's doing it? Is it Englishmen? Actual native Englishmen? Actual native Britons? I don't think it is. Are there Britons out there stabbing motherfuckers? Probably. But who's doing the majority of the stabbing, Keir? Who's doing it? You don't want to say that. You don't want to say it, do you? Because you're a cuck. You're a cunt. The law will go into effect starting August 1st. Those caught possessing the knives will face 6 months in prison, and the law will increase the penalty over time to 2 years in prison. The British government also plans on confiscating the ninja swords people have in their possession in the month of July leading up to the ban's implementation. In the UK, there are heavy laws regulating the carrying of knives. And law requires that the blade be under 3 inches if the carrier does not have a valid reason to carry the blade, according to Knives and Tools. However, if the knife is over 3 inches, people need a good reason to be carrying the blade. It's so what is a good what's a good reason? What's a valid reason? This is the problem with laws in general, but laws in the UK have this problem a lot. But this is the problem with laws in general, is that they're too vague. They need to be very specific. What's a good reason? What's a valid reason? I guess that's to be determined by a judge. Banned knives in the UK include switchblades, butterfly knives, knives that are disguised in any way as a phone or other item, machetes, samurai swords, and several others. UK-based actor Idris Elba, because everybody gives a shit what Idris Elba has to say on knives. Idris Elba has even suggested kitchen knives should have a dulled point in order to prevent stabbings. If you dull the point of a kitchen knife, that will not make it like any harder to stab people with. All right? I could stab a person with a spoon if I was determined enough. Short article today, as you can see. But it's just, there's really not much to say here other than this is just the stupidest fucking bullshit waste of time and taxpayer money that the Brits should be fucking pissed. Because, yeah, first of all, you guys can't own guns, so you can't defend yourselves against the foreign hordes who are currently wrecking your fucking country. Now you can't even own knives to defend yourselves against the foreign hordes who are currently wrecking your fucking country. And guess what? Do you think, and of course, the classic adage, do you think this is going to stop criminals from having knives? Do you think criminals are going to stop carrying fucking samurai and ninja swords? Just because Keir fucking Starmer said so? Nope. Not going to happen. This is a crock of shit. The UK is a fucking joke country at this point, and that sucks because I genuinely love the British, and I genuinely love the United Kingdom. If there's any ally in the world that I think is the United States' greatest ally, in my opinion, it's the United Kingdom. But look what's become of them. It's pathetic. Anyway, if you agree or disagree or whatever, let me know in the comments, and like the video and sub and follow all the links to all my other channels, and you know the drill at this point. Throw me a bone.